Right, we're good to go. Right, hi, Angel. So my name is John. I'm the trading floor manager here at AudaCity Capital. Thanks for joining myself. So please introduce yourself.
Great. My name is Angel, Angel Rojas. I was born in Colombia, but I'm based right now in the States. I've been here for about 7 years, and I've been trading Forex since 2017. But
Mhm.
I actually started with crypto. Initially,
Okay.
started in the 2016 boom with crypto. Everyone was talking about Bitcoin, and that's basically how I started. And I was just in high school, so I was underage, so I had to use my parents' accounts to
Yep.
open a Coinbase account, and I bought crypto for the first time, Bitcoin. I believe it was somewhere in between 5,000 when I bought it,
Yeah.
and
That's very good.
I
Yeah.
put $600 on it. And I was like, let's just let it run and see what happens. And by the next week, my $600 was $1,600. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so simple. This is so easy. Um,
Yeah.
but it was just the beginning. I didn't know what was to come, and that's basically how I started. I did crypto for about a year,
Mhm.
but it was just basically just investing. I never traded crypto. I didn't even know I could trade crypto, and at the time, Coinbase they were only let you buy crypto,
Yes.
and that's someone introduced me to Forex. So it was just a friend of mine. He was like, "Hey, you should do Forex. It's simple. You can buy, you can sell, and you can make money whether the market is going up or down." I was like, "Oh, even
Correct.
better,
Yes.
even better." And that's basically how I started with Forex.
That's really interesting, actually. Thanks for sharing that background. And currently, how much are you managing with us at AudaCity?
So I recently reached 10%. I was trading with 15,000. Now I'm trading with 30,000. Actually, I hit my 10% yesterday. So at the moment I'm trading $30,000.
Perfect. Once again, congratulations. And how long were you managing the $15,000 account for?
For about a month and a half.
Month and a half. So it's just around 6 weeks.
Somewhere between 6 weeks.
Perfect. Okay. Right. So, Angel, obviously, you had your background in crypto. It was a good investment to begin with. You banked on that. And then you started to look, I guess, for a prop trading firm to trade with so you can receive funding. So, the first question I'd like to ask you is what attracted you to AudaCity Capital in the first place?
So for that, I have to give just a little bit background because I didn't start looking for platforms at the moment. I was underage, so I couldn't do
Mm-hmm.
anything. So I was basically trading my own money.
Mm-hmm.
And then by 2020, I found out a platform. I found about a sorry, English is not my first language, so
It's okay. No worries. I can understand you. You're doing good.
so 2020, I initially started with another platform, but the issue with them is that there's so much I could say liberty.
Mm-hmm.
And actually
Yep.
I passed the two-step verification process, but then when I started trading real money, I failed. I hit the drawdown limits twice, right?
It's fine. Yeah.
So
It
what
happens.
actually attracted me to AudaCity Capital is that it shapes you as a trader. That it will give you the right path, right? So for example, with other platforms, you can trade, use lots of um, the leverage.
Yes.
You can use the lots, and with
Yes.
the Audacity Capital, I could say it's more strict, but it shapes you more as a trader. So, like I said,
Yes.
I hit the drawdown with other platforms with that Audacity Capital
Mm-hmm.
and how
Yep.
it's structured. It's it's for me, it's just amazing. It's just amazing how it shapes me as a trader.
Perfect. So I'm actually very glad you said that it shaped that our fund the trader program, the company shapes you as an institutional trader, even just to add on to that. So I wanted to ask you actually, because I was going to go to my next question. So a lot of people that apply for the program and or even who join the program, they feel somehow that our risk parameters and our trading parameters hold them back and restrict them from making money. And it's like, not letting them reach their full potential as a trader. And now that you said that it shapes you as a trader, so how do you feel that those parameters that we have in place, how do you feel that is shaping you as a better trader today?
So by using less leverage, by using less lots,
Mm-hmm.
it's allowing me for my trading strategy. I barely use a stop loss for the strategy I use because I day trade. So I'm always, taking
Okay.
a look at the trade. Um, but it's just hard to get um to the drawdown limit, and
Mhm.
it's a lot easier to you have more control over the trades by having using less leverage, using less
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. And did you the fact obviously lower leverage, a lot of traders out there, unfortunately, because of the industry being misleading and misguiding, they think that the higher the leverage and the bigger the lot size they could go, the better it is. But in fact, even with hedge funds and banks, lower leverage, lower lot size is the best way forward because it manages the risk, it preserves capital, and it makes you more selective and patient in the markets. So, how have you personally been finding our services here, Odyssey? So, you've been trading with us now for a month and a half, and how have you been finding the execution, the spreads, managing money, the fact that when you hit your target, you got paid and doubled? How did that feel to you?
Oh, it was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing feeling because, like I said, I traded. I've been trading for 20 since 2017,
Mhm.
and this is actually the first time I actually got profits out of a platform, or even profits. Because throughout my journey, I was just basically throwing money at the market. But yesterday I
Yeah.
hit my 10%, and I got paid yesterday. It was in the afternoon, so it was just amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, it's it's just
Instant payouts,
amazing.
isn't it? A
Yeah.
double again payout.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing that I love, it's the commission. There's no commissions. Um, or the swaps of when the new session starts, there's no swaps. So
Mhm. Swaps and
even if
commissions.
I'm exactly, so even if I'm swing trading, I don't have to worry about that. As well as the spreads, just they're good. They're amazing. They're amazingly good. The spreads.
Perfect. Well, the fact that, I mean, obviously you've been around the block, you've tried different prop firms, and you've seen the difference with execution and service. And above all else, obviously now you've made money from the markets, you've received the payout, which is an amazing feeling. I remember what my first time felt like. So moving forward now, you're managing on 30,000. How do you feel about that now? How do you feel now being on 30,000, going towards 60,000?
It's it's since I've been I traded with other prop firms, and I traded big amounts of money, and my psychology was just, it was not good because I started with big amounts of
Yeah.
money,
Mhm.
but going to 15 to 30 to 60, I'm just following that path, right? So I know how um how to manage that psychology a lot better,
That's
right?
good.
And
That's
and
good.
it just feels just good.
Perfect. Which now brings me on to my next question. So obviously, it's taken you a month and a half to hit 10%, which is on average what a trader normally should do or is doing with us on the Funded Trader program. So what I'd like to know from you is, you don't have to go into too much detail, just like a brief overview. What is your trading strategy? So how are you trading the market? So you day trade. So what is it you're using? Price action, indicators? Do you have like a limit to your trading on a daily basis? Do you look for certain things? What is your style, Angel?
So I initially, when I started trading, I used to have RSI, MACDs. There was just a lot of noise within my charts, and
Yeah.
then by 2020, I learned about price action. So I started learning a lot more about price action, and I feel that I haven't mastered it just yet, but I have more than a basic knowledge on price action, so I can look for
Mhm.
specific levels of the markets, right?
Yeah.
um and then I start combining the technical analysis with fundamental analysis, and it just works out so good to kind of use both, because you know what hedge funds are doing, you know what the big boys are doing,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
um basically that, uh as well, looking at commitment traders again to see what where the prices are most likely to go,
Yeah.
just based on a big institutions, right? So that's basically it. I used a combination of those analysis to just kind of have an idea of where the market is going. And as far as day trading, I go from like the daily time frame all the way to the 30-minute chart, and from that I know I have an idea where the trend is going, and then I go to the 5 minute chart and I
Mhm.
use the VWAP to see where the volume,
Okay.
where the volume it's at the current day. So that's how I day trade basically, and a little for order flow. That's as well
Sure.
what I look
Yeah.
for.
Okay, that's very good. So order flow, obviously, price actions is. Do you sort of like have any specific pairs that you trade, or you just look at everything and just select what looks good?
So, I look up for specific setups. When I go to the VWAP, when I go to the 5 minute charts, um, I like to trade during the New Year session, and that's basically the only time I trade.
Okay,
Um,
interesting.
just because there's a lot of more volume, a lot more volatility, so it lets me catch, the big movements in the market. Um,
Okay,
but yes, I do look for specific setups
that's
within the
good.
VWAP.
Okay, perfect. It's amazing how you actually focus mainly on the New York session. I mainly trade the London Open. So,
Oh,
but I guess if you're looking for volume and volatility, we're looking at the same thing, just different sessions. Okay, that's really interesting. And what I'd like to ask you as well, Angel, is obviously now there is a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of prop trading firms and lots of funded trader programs going around. Now, obviously, you chose us for a reason and you're sticking with us. And one of the key things that's going on right now is the fee, the monthly fee or the initial fee to join the program. So a lot of traders nowadays, I'm not going to say this generation because you're part of this generation and you made the right choice, but the majority of your generation, unfortunately, are falling into this trap of looking for cheap prices, looking for shortcuts, trying to, find how they can get to 100K in 1 month or whatever. So how do you personally feel about paying a fee, being on the program? I mean, do you see it as like a cost coming out of your pocket, or do you see it as a long-term investment because you're thinking of the bigger picture? Because a lot of people think that the fee is like something that should not be paid in the first place. So I just want to get your opinion. How do you feel about paying a fee?
so at the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical because I was looking at other platforms and most of them doesn't charge a monthly fee.
Mhm.
Um, and then I was like, why does AudaCity Capital charge a monthly fee? But then I understood why.
Mhm.
And it's very well explained within the page AudaCity Capital. I understand you guys have to pay for, um, for a lot of things, and that fee helps you guys cover those things. And from my side, I looked at fee more like a long-term investment, and I recently got paid from that city capital, so it just basically covered the fee. It
Perfect.
basically
And
covered the fee.
I mean, what I'd like to know from you, because obviously, like you just said, right, seeing as a long-term investment, this fee, I mean, when you're trading with the execution service, obviously the spreads are amazing. There's no commission, there's no swaps. Don't you think it's better to pay a fee and receive that kind of service, or to trade with a broker and trade with commissions, spreads, and swaps? Which one do you think costs more? Because you've tried it in the past. What's your personal
Yeah.
experience?
Well, now that you put it that way, and I
Mm,
actually haven't thought about it that way,
yeah.
yeah, you actually pay a lot of fees within the commission, the swaps, and I just never thought it that way. You just bring it to me to my attention, and I never thought it that way.
Yeah,
So
because a lot of times when people obviously say, and they find it a bit hard to believe, is like, yes, you are paying a fee, but when you're thinking of how much spreads you pay on a normal currency pair or the swaps and commissions, it turns out to be more expensive. So I'm glad I brought that to your attention. Okay.
yeah, yeah, wow. I keep learning things every single day.
That's the way it works in this business. We live and learn on a daily basis. And well, obviously, you've been now with us. You've hit your first 10%. I look forward to doing the next interview with you when you reach 60,000, hopefully in the next month or a month and a half. I want to just to ask you to start one last question. So now we're having, like I said, lots of applications and people looking to apply and join our founder trader program. What advice would you personally give to new applicants looking to join the program? Who would you say the founder trader program at AudaCity is mainly designed for, in your opinion?
Um, for patient people, you've got to be patient. You want to be into the market, you've got to be patient. And just what my issue was is that I used to overtrade a lot. And with
Mhm.
Audacity Capital, it limits your trading within, you can put a certain amount of trades, not trades, but because the lot you can trade big slots. Um,
Yes. Mhm.
so it limits your trading, which is good. Which is for my trading strategy is good because you're not over trading. It shapes that mentality. It shapes that psychology, that mentality of over trading, and you're seeing, um, with that comes the fear of missing out, right? it shapes
Absolutely,
that,
yes.
and it's just amazing. So yeah, just be patient. You're gonna get there. Just don't overtrade it. Don't overthink it either. Um, it's what you see
That,
it.
that's good advice, actually. It's for patient people because a lot of people just don't have the patience to start at 15,000 and work their way up. Obviously, you're thinking about long term. You could see yourself maybe in a couple of years, if not less, being on 500,000. And then you're pretty much set for a good time, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Absolutely.
Completely right.
And I would like some feedback from you, Angel. Now, obviously, we are looking for changes. We are looking to maybe add things or modify things on a program. Personally, what would you, if you were to suggest something to the company to put forward, what would you say would be ideal to change or add to our funded trader program to make it maybe more appealing or more interesting? What would you say is the demand at the moment? What would you say is good to add or to change if there was to be something to be added or changed in the future?
Well, as far as the trading environment, I feel it is good and it's works. It has been working for me well. Um, but so for the trading environment, uh, I would rather just leave it that way because it just works so good for me. But within the what's it called? Page the AudaCity Capital, I just realized that you're not able to see a dashboard on the phone, or it just
Okay.
lags. So that's one of the advices. Oh, the things that I would like for Audacity, just to kind of pay attention to the dashboard, because a lot of people right now it's using cell phones, and the only
Mhm.
way to look at the dashboard is just through the computer. But sometimes I would just like to go to the dashboard through my phone because it's just easier. But
Okay,
as
that's
far as the
interesting
trading
feedback.
strategy, that's perfect, just the way it is.
Okay, I appreciate your feedback, and I'll be putting that forward in the meeting September time, hopefully once summer's over. Okay, perfect, Angel. So, any last comments you'd like to say? Is there anything you'd like to add to this interview? Any recommendations or anything?
No, I think I said pretty much everything that that's it.
Okay, perfect. Well, look, it was a pleasure meeting you and conducting this interview. It will be live on our YouTube channel within a week or two. So all I'm going to say is good luck for your next 10%. And hopefully we'll be speaking again in the near future. And thanks for your time and enjoy the rest of the summer and all the best for now. Okay, thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much,
You
John.
take care.
All
Bye for now,
right.
Angel.
Thank
Bye
you. All
now.
right. Have a good one. Bye bye.